This week on the podcast, we're talking all things Dayton Disneyana. Have you ever heard of this event? I have not been to one myself, but let me just say I'm excited about my first one this year. After speaking with our guest, I have all the ins and outs and all the know-how to get there and have a fantastic weekend surrounded by other Disney fans. Stay tuned to hear all about it. You're listening to the Pixie Dust Fan podcast. Hi, I'm Francine.
And I'm Carrie.
We're two best friends who can't stop talking, usually about Disney stuff.
Sometimes we have fascinating guests, and sometimes it's just us, but it's always positive and fun.
We're happy to have you join our chat. Thanks for listening, and let's get started. I was going to do like a whole Yoda, like, day is good, isn't it? No, that doesn't make sense. I can't talk like Yoda. Happy May the 4th, Carrie.
Pew, 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 pew. That's all I got.
That's all you got? I mean, yeah. I was thinking, I was like, I could do anything, move along. I could do any of the Star Wars sayings, and then they all just escape my mind, and I'm not going to do it justice, so I'll move on. Happy May the 4th.
Same, and to you. Same to you.
And for everyone listening, for anybody not listening, this was released on May the 4th, which is unofficially, officially sort of Star Wars Day. Yep. May the 4th be with you. And, all Star Wars fans everywhere are celebrating.
Yeah, I think they do. Like, there's probably some unofficial things that happen in the parks because there's no more Star Wars. What were they called? The Star Wars weekends. Remember the I never got to go to one of those. I always wanted to go just to see the chaos and the spectacle that it is, and I never did get to go to one.
I did. I went with my nephew and his kids and my other nephew, and it was awesome. Like, I didn't think, you know me, I'm not a park warrior. We were at Hollywood Studios from open till close.
Wow.
And the kids lasted. They were super, because you didn't get to see Chewbacca regularly. You had to line up on Star Wars weekends and hope you got a picture with them. So we waited hours for Chewbacca to get a picture with him.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And it was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, so I'd love to, I wonder what kind of celebratory things are going on around the world, but we're not part of them. For us, it's a regular day.
Pretty much.
Regular Wednesday. But not so regular in that we have we have a really good guest today.
Mm-hmm.
We're pretty excited about this.
We're excited because it's going to be a really great chat.
It is. It's going to be amazing. I'm so excited to talk to her. We got to meet up with her. We actually met in person at the D23 event. Remember that day at lunch we were sitting at the table?
Yep.
And yeah, it's so weird how the universe works that way. And we just ran into her. And so anyway, this is all about the Dayton Disneyana. I'm finally going this year. Yay!
Yeah. And we've got all the scoop and the details coming right up.
Sounds good. Let's get to it, Carrie. Anita, welcome to the show. We are so excited to have you here on the podcast and talk to you all about Dayton Disneyana and Disney and oh my gosh, welcome.
Thank you guys. I am so excited to be here. Let me tell you, it's like, let's talk Disney, and I can't believe Dayton Disneyana, oh my gosh, it's just around the corner. It's like this year has flown in a great way.
Yeah. Yep. An in-person event. I'm so excited that it's because this is my first Dayton Disneyana that I'm going to. Well, we're going, so we're jumping ahead, Carrie. We do this, we get all excited, and then people listening, it's like, okay, hang on a second. So Anita, we should welcome you and introduce you to our listeners.
Yes.
So Anita Schaengold. See, I did say, I was trying to make sure I did okay.
Yeah.
So we have connected with you. You are putting on this whole Dayton Disneyana, but even before we go into that, where did your love of Disney start? Where did you sort of get into the community? And then, oh my gosh, then we'll talk about a little bit about.
How did you get where you are today with organizing an awesome, ginormous Disneyana event? And go.
Man, this is 18 years. 18. Wow. Can you believe it?
Oh my goodness.
I know. And mentally, I'm still 12. So I just can't believe Dayton Disney, 18 years. I always loved Disney, and my dad is the biggest kid. And, he always said he's never growing up. And when I don't grow up, I'm going to be just like him. But I've always loved Disney. I fell in love with The Little Mermaid. And that kind of rekindled, everything. Always liked castles. My thing was Disney castles. But I started a group. There was a group in process and called the Aerial Holics. And this was when the internet first got going. Okay. So it was like, you hear those stories. Oh my God, you meet people on the internet, and then you disappear and all that stuff. So I decided we should all meet. And we all got together down at Disney World for the very first Aerial Con Atlantica. And, we were aerial holics, but we didn't ever want to, be cured of that. So, it was so funny. There were 9 brave souls that came down to Disney World and met up. And we all had other plans in case everybody turned out to be, and I'm friends with all those people today. Yeah.
Oh my
and
goodness.
That was in the year 1998 was the first one. So,
wow. And that's pretty brave, because when the internet first came out, meeting people through the internet, it was a pretty scary time.
But I was like, oh my gosh, there's more people like me, that just this movie just stole our hearts, and it was wonderful to talk about. And then, my aerial cons caught the attention of some people, from the NFFC out in California. It's a national organization. It was the National Fantasy Fan Club, which later changed its name to the Disneyana Fan Club. And I was brought in to run their special events, and my husband got involved and became president. And so that's where things really got crazy. And I started doing events out in California. We started in Florida. And then I went to Disneyland Tokyo and had an event, and in Disneyland Paris. So, yeah. So then, after we had done our time, in that, I came back here to Dayton, and I was like, I want to do something here.
And that's, okay, so that's why it's in Dayton. Now I get it.
Yeah, because this is where I live, is Dayton. And there was a wonderful man named Tom Tumbush, who sadly passed away a few years ago. And he would host pin trading by the pond. He had a beautiful koi pond in his backyard. It started out with like 25, 30 of us, and we'd all go there and trade pins one weekend in June every year. And it grew and it grew. And after 5 years, I was like, it's down his driveway. We're down the street, people all over the yard. And I said, you need to let us take this over. And we became a chapter of the main Disneyana fan club. And we were called the Plain Crazy chapter. And we had our first event 18 years ago. So yeah, that's how it all got going. Thanks to Tom and his pin trading event. We started out with pin traders, and we had 4 vendors, our very first event. And I was so excited. And we had Margaret Carey come and talk, because I had met her out at National. And as I was organizing speakers for all the special events, and she said, sure, I'll come to Dayton. And I was like, you really want to come to Dayton? And that's how it started.
Wow.
We, it was an old zany brainy, like I said, and they had gone out of business, and it was a huge space. And oh my gosh, they were going to charge us $100 a day to rent it. And I'm like, how are we going to afford to do this? And because we needed to spend $300, for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we did, and made a lot of money, and started to pick up charities. So yeah, it was a great event. It was so much fun. And I was like, I think we can really do this here. There's Disney fans everywhere.
There really is. It's incredible that I've heard about this over the years, and we have friends. So Carrie's been to Dayton Disneyana, and we have friends, Carol and Gary, that go. Gary wrote a blog for me all about Dayton Disneyana, and they always bug me. They're like, you gotta go. And this year I've got my ticket. Like, yeah,
We bought the early birds.
We bought the early birds, and Carrie's reserved our hotel.
Sold out. Early birds are sold out. 100 early birds. I am just like over the moon, you guys. So thank you.
Oh, we're excited.
Everybody
we're
for their
excited.
support. Mm-hmm.
So why don't we tell the people? So it's in. And I've forgotten the dates already. Wait,
not me. That's like, I have it tattooed every year, right here on my, should write it on my hand. The dates are June 10th, 11th, and 12th, 2022. And it's a live event. We went live last year. I'll tell you what, man, that's like a whole nother, yeah.
You did a COVID event.
This a year out. We, in 2020, we were ready to go. Everything was going to close down for 2 weeks. In March and April, our events in June. I had met with the hotel literally 3 days before they were shutting down for their 2 weeks. And the conference center, it's a hotel and conference center, the Hope Hotel and Conference Center. Get that plug in. We thought we were okay. And they said, yeah, because everybody in April and May, they're rebooking for June and July. So you guys are fine. I'm like, okay, great. And then it became readily apparent the middle of April that I was like, I'm talking to my committee going, I got a bad feeling, you guys. I don't think we're going to be able to go. And everybody was scared. We didn't know what was going on. We'd already bought everything. Our goodie bags. We had plane fare for our special guests. All our stuff's done. We've spent all our money. And I'm like, how are we going to give refunds for this? What are we going to do? And I decided we were going to do our very first virtual event, and none of us knew how to do that. And we did it. One of the charities that we sponsor the charity we sponsor is Pirate Packs, and they are a wonderful organization here in West Carrollton, Ohio, which is a suburb of where we are. And they are the weekend backpack program for kids. So they feed kids on the weekends when a lot of kids wouldn't get food. Wow. And I thought, how are we just going to tell them we're not going to get money this year? Because what happened with the kids not going to school to get their meals 5 days a week, it became imperative that this program continue. And I was on their board at the time, and people came to the warehouse and picked up food. So it worked out really good. So I said, we got to do this. And we did. And I put together a dream team. Like if I could put together the ultimate Disney event and everybody I wanted, because they were all at home. Yeah. So we did. We put together 2 amazing days, thanks to my committee. And Jim Hill was just amazing with this. So yeah, and we did it. So last year I was like, guys, we got to go live because everybody needs us and we need them. And I don't know what it's going to look like. And our governor dropped the mask mandate 1 week before our event. And I was like, okay, here we go. So yeah, we told people, hey, we'll have masks. You want to wear them? Great. If you don't, if you're vaccinated, great. But just come on out and gosh, let's reconnect. And so this year, I'm really excited because now we're a year out of all of this. And last year was huge. This year will be huger, as I always say. Not a word, but it is in my world. So it will be huger. So for people coming, you've got vendors who are selling things. Like it's all Disney stuff, obviously, but but people are selling things. They've got trading things, like the vendors, like what kind of stuff I'm like all excited about the shopping, the browsing, and that's why I'd be glad you got the early bird, because you get to get in first and shop. I have right now 112 tables of vendors.
Wow.
That room is so packed. I cannot even begin to tell you. I mean, it's not scary packed. You can still move around very well. We had some tables where you could sit down. I've pulled most of those out of the room. I think we'll still have 4 round tables towards the back. But I've got a waiting list of vendors that unless, I've asked the hotel to build on the second floor, by June. So, I'm not sure if they're going to do it. I kind of have a feeling they may not. But yeah, we have our entire lobby and 2 other rooms for pin trading. There's a speaking room. We may just put vendors in there. I feel like with all but you can buy anything Disney. Of course, there's pins. A lot of people are I know a lot of these vendors, they're going to have a ton of the 50th merchandise. A lot of park merchandise. There are some people that sell, more classic Disney. Mm-hmm. There are some people that sell, more current Disney. We've got Origami Owl is going to be there with all of those Disney items. We've got a Scentsy person there. Honestly, you're going to find it there. You really are, or you're going to find somebody that knows where to get it. They're going to be like, oh, we didn't bring that this time, but we'll ship it to you. And you're going to make such great friends with these vendors. They're all tremendous, and they come from all over the country, from everywhere. And I don't think I've got a vendor from Canada this year. Sometimes I do, but I don't think I've got one this year. But we've got them they drive in from everywhere. So I am amazed. And we've got Colorado and California and Texas and Florida. So
it's amazing.
If you want WDCC pieces, older ones, it's there.
It's perfect for the Disney fan. Like
it is,
even for people that can't get to the parks, and you're saying like you're gonna have vendors there that have stuff that they can, the 50th and collectibles, and even just being around like Disney people, because we're a different breed.
We are, but we're a special breed, aren't we? I've always said, Disney people are like family within 5 minutes when you meet each other. It's a connection unlike anything else I've ever been a part of. And we always say, Disney people get it. Well, yes. we know what it is. Nobody else does. But, you do, don't you? You know what it is. It is. And the people now, after all these years, I think they come back more to see each other, and because we all feel normal. Let's face it. And, people come in and look and they're like, okay, how old are you? And I'm like, hey, I'm mentally 12 with an adult budget. So it's good. But, amongst our own people, we feel normal.
Absolutely. We blend in, we mix, we're good.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. We run around and, I have a lovely pair of mouse ears on right now, which nobody can see. That's my thing is, you can always find me. Not that no one else is wearing mouse ears, at this event, everybody is, but yeah. And usually what I'll do is I'll change my outfits on Saturday. I'll change my outfits every couple hours.
Wait, okay. Remember that.
It's my Oscars. This is my, this is my Disney Oscar. This is it. This event. It's so much fun. And I'm so excited to hear. I want to talk to you guys after, you
yes.
come. I would love to hear, I love that feedback. But the thing that I hear again and again, and people take time to write afterwards. And that just, wow, that just stops my heart in a great way. I'm like, wow, they took the time to write because they had so much fun.
Yeah. It's an amazing thing that you're doing for people, right? Like when you, like you're giving them the opportunity to enjoy this and have fun and spend time together. And it's quite an amazing thing. But hang on, we got to go back to the dressing. We don't have to change our outfits and dress up. Like Carrie never told me.
No, there is a costume contest every year if you want.
There is, but you don't have to
go in. No. You don't have to.
No.
So
okay. Okay, good. Just checking. But I might bring some ears. Yeah.
No, just be casual, wear comfy shoes, because I'm telling you what, you're going to walk around that vendor room 80 million times at least. You're going to get some serious steps in. So definitely,
nice.
Wear whatever counts your steps. But I do this because I love it. I do I think okay, what would I just absolutely love to do? Or who would I love to have come to our event? And that's what I do. So it's great because it's like, I'm putting this all on for me to have fun. And then it's this big party of everybody coming. And what could be better? I mean, really, in a Disney World, there's just nothing better than that. And, with the prices of everything, especially, oh my gosh, inflation this year and everything. And as crazy as Disney World is, this is a great 3-day event to come to. That's not crazy expensive. It just depends on how much you buy. Let's face it. But you can get your Disney fix. Mm-hmm. I get my Disney fix. We can all get our Disney fix with a bunch of great people.
I was surprised at the price because quite honestly for the event. So yes, I think my money is going to be going out the window with the vendors. That's where all my money's going because it was so reasonable.
And that's what I want. My vendors pay for the event. And our admission, pays for the event. And then our other events that we have during it will go to our charity, will go to Pirate Packs. So I appreciate that because I was just pricing somebody else's event that does something really similar to what we do. And they just have a 1-day event. And they were charging $149 for 1 day. And I was like, wow. I want people to be able to come. I have been very hesitant to raise the prices. Our admission prices are going to have to go up a couple dollars this year. But what we're doing is actually our tickets went on sale last Friday for regular admission. And it's the same price as last year. So if you buy your tickets by the 15th of May, then you'll be able to pay last year's prices. And it's $10 for 1 day. And it's $15 for both days, for Saturday and Sunday. And if you buy a 1-day ticket, you can use it either Saturday or Sunday. You don't have to declare. It doesn't say if you're planning Saturday and your life gets crazy, then you can come on Sunday. We try to be as flexible as possible with that. Friday evening, we have a really fun event. There's no admission charge to that. Everybody can just come and the pin traders will start pin trading, but they'll pin trade like 3 straight days.
Around the clock.
Yeah, my goodness.
It's great. Like I said, to get your Disney fix. So I love that you said that and you feel that way.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
Like I said, I got had to take a little price hike as you come to the door if you don't pre-buy your tickets this year. But I hope we don't have to do that. I try to hold that price for 4 or 5 years.
I think it's more than reasonable and more than fair.
Even just like if you go for the day and you listen to the sessions, listen to the guest speakers, like look at those amazing guest speakers you're getting for just a few dollars each.
That's it. You can come to this event for 3 straight days. We have one of our guys that offers a tour of the Air Force Museum, which is like 5 minutes away. And they have a section dedicated to Disney and Walt Disney. And it's really interesting to see what Disney did for World War II, some of the things that they created, that the animators created. So there's a wonderful story to be told there, and it's all through the museum, and that's free. We don't charge anything for that. You go and he'll narrate, and Dennis will take care of it, and you can go through. Friday evening, we have this wonderful, it used to be our quarter auction, but with coin shortages. It's now called Riverboat Willie's Paddle Auction. So that's going to be a really fun evening, and you can win lots of great stuff. And then we got to be
there in time for that. We have to leave Canada really early to be there in time for that.
I know,
auction.
That's my only thing. It's like a 7-hour drive, but it's okay. We're doing it.
Okay.
We want to be there for that auction. We're going to make it.
Okay. All righty. It's great fun. And every penny we make that evening goes directly to Pirate Packs. Wow. So I've got great stuff. Let me tell you, like some of it's sitting in back of me. So I guess I can't tempt a lot of people, but I'll say a couple words like Vera Bradley.
Vera Bradley.
I have some
Vera Bradley.
Harveys that are actually a part of the the e-ticket opportunity drawing that we did last year for the first time, and that was really popular. So we're bringing it back again. So we're going to have A ticket table and B ticket table and C and D and E. And as it goes up, just like the Disney rides did, is paying homage to Disney World's 50th, the ticket prices go up and the prizes get a little more expensive. So, yeah, we've got some amazing stuff people have donated, and I am so thankful for that. But that's just Friday night. So then for your $10 admission, you get to see, we've got Jim Hill coming.
Oh, cool.
He is a wonderful historian. I can't tell you how many times. A lot of times he's stayed here at my house. I've had him here at the house, and he tells amazing stories. And one time I had he and Jim Corcus here. They were our special guests. And oh my gosh, I was up till like 3 or 4 in the morning because I didn't want to stop listening. So usually I don't sleep during this time. So, because I don't want to miss anything. This is so much fun. But he's going to be there, and he's going to be talking about, there's all kinds of new Disney stuff going on. So he'll give us the lowdown on the new Guardians ride and just everything going on at Disney World and Disneyland.
That's awesome. Then
I have Tom Nabby coming back, who is the original Tom Sawyer at Disneyland. And met Walt. He has a great story. And then after he went in the military, he came back out and wound up working at Walt Disney World in transportation, and has just the most wonderful stories. And if you haven't read his book, he'll have it there. And I really, really suggest it. So he's going to be there. We have a Canadian. We have Paul Botos coming, who's the man of 10,000 Mickeys. So I am really excited about that. And we have Doug Brewell coming, who has brought his monorail set up to, numerous times. And he's going to talk about how his Disney fandom got him working on some projects with the Walt Disney Company. So I'm really excited that we've got 2 fans, because Paul's been to our event before, I believe. It's tough with COVID and all that. You're like, okay, he was supposed to come. I think he's been to our event before. I don't think this is his first time. But it's so nice to have fans of Disney come and speak and tell stories. So, and we're going to have them speak. There's going to be Saturday and Sunday giving lectures and it's just, I just get goosebumps thinking about it.
You can hear your excitement in your voice while you're describing it. Like you can, you feel it.
Like I said, I get excited about this, and these people are all wonderful, and they're so nice. Disney people, the ones that we have come speaker, like our rock stars, but they're all so nice, and it's just a joy to work with all these people. So our heads are going to be full of all kinds of new exciting information. And then, then there's the vendors, like we talked about with all that. And and there's places to rest. There's a nice restaurant right there called Packy's. And you could go in and sit and have a Coke and be like, okay, what do I really need to have? And most importantly, I make them stock the ATM machine that's right there for the event.
Yes.
Smart.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Smart, because I'm assuming, yes, it's cash, right?
Well, no. There's a lot of the vendors will take charges.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, they'll take charge cards. Oh. Hey, Wi-Fi is a wonderful thing, and Square and PayPal.
Oh, my goodness.
We, if you want to get in and you don't want to, a lot of people don't do cash, they could just whip out their Apple Pay and scan it on our PayPal, and there you go.
This could be dangerous. This could be dangerous.
Well, I know. But what COVID, some of the positive things that COVID brought around are all the touchless things.
Yes.
So now all you got to do is have, your credit card on your phone, and dink. It's so easy to spend money.
It is. Yeah. I know. And Carrie, we've already decided we're taking my car, which means we have plenty of room in the back.
Okay, so you got a big car. You got a big.
Yeah. We got room to bring stuff home.
Like the shopping, the vendors go anything you could possibly dream of. Like, we're talking from like a little paper postcard or a McDonald's Happy Meal toy, all the way to something that could be a very limited edition ornament or limited edition sculpture or just something that you've wanted that's your grail. Like,
there's a couple of people that bring, when you talk about grails, there's a couple of people that bring, they go to the Disney auctions that they have, and they'll bring signage from events.
You can get...
So you can actually have, like, a park that was hanging in the park and sold through Disney. So you'll find these things.
Oh my gosh!
Like a little, like a door carpet ruggy thing from the Polynesian. I've seen those there before.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Why have I not been before? And
I'm sure I've mentioned it to you before.
I think. You know what? I remember Gary. So our friend Gary, he's been on the podcast before too. And our friend Gary was talking to me. I remember he was giving me the whole rundown. We were in Walt Disney World together. I can't remember when it was, but we were sitting in the Contemporary Resort at the Outer Rim having a drink. And he was telling me all about it. And he's like, we got to get you there. You got to. Because I'm not big on long drives. We used to drive to Florida all the time, and it just is too much for me. And so I don't like to, like, I can barely drive to Oshawa from Toronto. Like, it's an hour drive. I don't go. So this
That's
is
where
a big,
I live.
Yeah. So, too bad she's
Needless
not
to say,
coming
I drive to her house. She doesn't drive the other way.
But this one, we're doing it. We're making the road trip. Carrie and I are excited to be doing the road trip for this and to be shopping. And like the guest speakers, it sounds so like.
And then, but there's more.
But more,
and
but
then
wait.
On Saturday evening, but wait, there's more. Yeah, I didn't do that right. So you guys can put sound effects in. Ta-da! Anyway, on Saturday evening, we do a live auction.
Ooh.
And we've got some amazing stuff for that too. So, yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Just in case you're not out of money.
Yeah, we're going to have to bring lots of cash money, so we can stay on
cards, Lisa, credit cards,
on our budgets.
Yeah,
I know.
Budget.
You do, and you know what? You're going to blow it. Because I always do. I always go in. There's been some years I've been so busy, I haven't been able to shop. But the bad thing is, because I set up the room and I check in all the vendors, I'm there as they're setting everything up. So I get to see everything first.
Oh.
like, hold that back. I'll be in a minute. Pay for that. Yeah. I mean, just, yeah.
Events like this are so awesome for even just meeting other Disney fans. Like, it's, there are some that happen. We have Disney meets in Ontario. There's different ones that are set up by our friend Gabe. He has different ones around Ontario, and just people coming together to just meet other Disney fans outside of the parks, right? Like, we don't all have to go to Florida or California. There's other events all over the place. And this is a perfect example of one where you get to...
Exciting Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah. Wow.
And something, I'll give a shameless plug for it. There was a new event that started in North Carolina last year. So,
Ooh.
my new best friend, Elizabeth Halloran, started an event called NC Disneyania, and it's Labor Day weekend. She did it last year, and she's doing it this year. So,
that's cool.
Yeah, so things are spinning off. And I think, with the closure of the Disney stores,
yes.
I think events like mine are going to start popping up all over the United States. And, I might be helping a few because... this is how Disney fans meet, like you said. Mm-hmm. I'm amazed on Facebook to see how many people met at our event, and they're all talking, and they eventually get together. And, because you find kindred spirits. You find people collecting the same thing. There's people, when you were talking about, McDonald's toys or whatever, there's people that collect paper goods.
Mm-hmm.
So you may be spending, $1 or, $5 or less on things, and that's your collection. You're going to find plenty here, with things like that. I mean, if you collect, as a Little Mermaid fan, one of the things that I look for is Ariel in her purplish dress at the very end where she comes out of the water. It's really hard to find anything with her like that. So, but I've found a few things at my event. So, those are the things that you don't find at Disney, because Disney's generally doing the, their latest and greatest, whatever. Excuse me, I got all choked up about that. But, yeah, because I need more stuff for my house. Thank goodness my husband's not listening. Yeah, so, at this event, you're going to find everything from Oswald, from things, that Steamboat Willie, from things from the very beginning, playing crazy merchandise, things like that. So, you're going to find, when Disney first started coming out with a lot of these things in the 30s and 40s and 50s. And, it's wonderful. It's just wonderful.
I think unless you see it yourself, like, you can't believe everything that'll be there. You absolutely can't. And people need to go. If you can drive to Dayton, you need to go. $10 to go in for the day to shop. And my thing about Dayton is, I've told people all along that it is truly one of my most favorite Disney things to do. Like, I went in the early years, and then I went a few years. The last year I went, I was looking up, I think I went in 2017, because my unmagical job got in the way of me going the 2 years before COVID. But I tell people all the time, I go to D23 events, I go to anything Disney I can. And Dayton is one of my most favorite things. And the shop, and it's not because of the shopping. The shopping is amazing. Like I said, you can't imagine what you'll find in there until you see it yourself. But it's the people, it's seeing the friends you've met over the years, and it's in your speakers, like sitting with your guest speakers and spending the weekend there, being in the bar to grab a bite and being able to sit and chat with one of the guest speakers and get to know them a little bit better. Like, we had Terry Harden on our podcast because Cheryl Sawyer met her at one of the events. I don't know which one, maybe the 2019 or 18 one, and she connected us, right? So because she got the opportunity to have some really good conversations with her when she was there. So it's all of that, and then the people. It's a truly amazing event. So thank you. Thank you
you guys. You just warmed my heart. This is great, man.
And the fact that you do this every year, like, how much work? Like, this is so much work.
It's a ton of work.
You're like, I'm sure you have a humongous team working on it. It's humongous.
Let me tell you something. It's an amazing team. These, oh my gosh, they're wonderful. I have 12 people in my committee, and I have to give a shout out to my favorite husband. He's the treasurer. He's the one that takes care of all the back stuff.
He's Roy Disney.
So I can be up front. Yeah, he's lists. I just got a final list of all of the early bird people and their names and everything to check off, in alphabetical order. We're set. We're already ready to go for that. But I mean, the file that he puts together is like this thick every year of everything that we do. And without him, and without, Rainey, who takes care of all the IT and the website, DaytonDisneyana.org, in case you're wondering. And we have a Facebook page, Dayton Disneyana. They're all just wonderful. The president, Lucy, oh my gosh, she can organize anything. Let me tell you something. I mean, everybody on my team is amazing. And it's, we get together and we're all friends. So, it's a big, it's so nice to have meetings in person again, you guys. So I'm having, back at my house, all the meetings, have started here back at my house. So instead of doing Zoom.
That's exciting.
That's awesome.
I mean, you guys know just the social of everything. So it warms my heart to hear people talk about the event, and Carrie, how you're talking about my event. I love it.
She's been going on about this event, honestly, for so long. She's been bugging me about going.
And it's the people that make it, but it doesn't seem, with planning it, it's just fun. It's not like, oh my God, I have to do this.
That's awesome.
So much fun. It's
a labor of love.
Yeah,
it is. It's a labor of love. I've said that a million times. It is. And people that come are just happy Disney people. And so it's a pleasure to welcome everybody to Dayton, Ohio, of all places, every year.
I love that. That's the best thing. You're going here to Dayton.
Exactly.
I know.
Dayton, Ohio.
And then you just say Dayton, Disneyana. Like if they don't know it, they're crazy. You've never heard of that before? Jeez.
And you've done events all over the place. Like it's not it's amazing to me what you've been able to pull together and
you still want to do it.
And you still, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think so many people have asked me, so what's the most important thing you've learned, doing these? The most important thing I learned, and I say this, and my committee is so tired of hearing me say this, and everybody that knows me is so tired of hearing me say this, but I say, you have to walk the event. There's one event in my life I did not walk. And oh my gosh, I didn't physically go there and walk it and plan it. So, all of these things, you need to walk it. And I'm looking at it as a fan. Okay, I just spent all this money to come here. What do I expect and what do I want? And that's where all the magic and pixie dust come in. So
now,
have you walk the event?
Have you had, in all the events that you've done, is there a person that you've had, a guest speaker or something, that totally flummoxed you? This was, oh my goodness, I can't believe, the person that you were fangirling over completely.
A lot of them.
I was going to say, I know,
because there's so many good ones, right?
Well, Margaret Carey, Tinkerbell, was the first one. Because first I was shocked that I asked her when I was out in Nashville to come out in California. This takes place right next to Disneyland, is where they would have all their we'd have the conventions there, and I asked her to come, and she didn't hesitate. And all these people are lovely because we look up to them like, oh my God, these Disney people. We've had Paige O'Hara, the voice of Belle.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Jiminy Cricket, who passed away. We Eddie Carroll and his wife were like the nicest people. We go out and they're like, well, you got to come to our house. Bill Farmer and his wife, Goofy, the voice of Goofy, yes. Bill Farmer. I mean, just the nicest people. So I think probably everybody, Tom Nabby, who we've got this year, Alex Mayer, who's come numerous times to our event. And we become friends with these people. We see them in the parks. And so, or we go, do stuff with them in the parks. And we're just like, wow. Yeah. And Terry Harden and I have run a ton of Disney races together.
She's amazing.
Great running buddies. So, I guess pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone has been so kind, and they come to Dayton, Ohio. I guess that's it. I'll sit in the back of the room and I'll be watching these people speak, and I'm like, pinch me. I mean, this is Dayton, Ohio, and they're here and they're thrilled to be here, and they asked to come back. We had Mike and Patty Peraza came, amazing animators, and the stories they tell. Oh my gosh, about Disney. Yeah, so I guess everybody. Yeah, pretty much everybody. That that kind of narrows it down. But
it's an amazing thing that you do, and I think it's got to be so. It's crazy when you ask them and they say yes, and you're like, okay, now what? Like it's so. Because yes, we fangirl a lot all over these people, but yet you're right. Like they're wonderful people that are willing to do this and come and contribute. And I think, I totally get it. Disney, that's just the epitome of Disney people.
It is. I mean, you summed it up. That's absolutely it. And every year I look forward to it. In fact, I already know who we're going to have next year. So, in my mind, I've already talked to them. We plan ahead, especially now, with the crazy world. But I always like to plan ahead. But yeah, it's like, and they were already like, oh yeah. I mean, it's like you're getting ready to do the big sell, and we're going to take care of you. And I think that's true. I mean, they take care of us, and we make sure to take care of them and make them a part of our family. And gosh, we've got this great Disney family, guys. I mean,
we do.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I can't wait for this to happen every year. See, now you've got me so excited.
Yeah.
I've been talking about it. I'm so excited. Yeah.
We
I
are
am
too.
I am too.
It's like you're bringing, like, we say, people they're coming to Dayton, but you have brought Disney to the East Coast of the continent, right? Like, for us, we can't fly, so many people can't just zip over to do Disneyana things or go to California where they all live and you bring them to, like, with however many, so many people within a few hours or 7 hours of driving. A lot of Canadians have started. I don't know how, like, it might take a bit to get the Canadians back, but pre-COVID, there was a pretty big Canadian contingency at Dayton.
You guys are coming. I'll tell you what, and we really missed you guys last year. There was a big hole. That's what I kept saying. I said, I feel like part of our family is missing. I said that so many times to people, and I'm like, oh, this breaks my heart. They didn't open the border, because I kept saying, we got to talk to somebody. Okay, I'm calling the president. That's it. We got to talk to somebody, because, I mean, this is silly. Let them across the border. But, I mean, I'm so glad things have worked out for this year. And so our family will be back together as it needs to be. But yeah, I mean, I need to fly a Canadian flag at our event, because gosh, I think in 2019, I think there was 70 some Canadians that came. It was 70 some.
I've told Fran that I think one year we almost single-handedly bought all the early bird tickets.
You know what? You did. And that was okay with me. So yeah, I think that's the year we sold out so fast.
We got to plan ahead.
Though, my husband and I, the way we've stayed married all these years, is we have a 1 tank rule. When it comes to traveling, if it takes more than 1 tank of gas to get there, we fly.
I like that 1 tank rule, though. I'm going to implement this.
There's no direct flights from Dayton. Fran's already looked. There's no direct flights from Dayton to Toronto.
I already looked.
No, there used to be, because they called Dayton International Airport. They had 1 flight that flew into Toronto. This was years ago. And I'm like, that's what that. So we laugh. That's how it was Dayton International. That's with all the airlines that have changed and come and gone, I've not kept track of any of that. They should have a direct.
And it's with the stopover, it turns out to be like 5.5 hours of travel. So then I may as well drive. The car
to load in all your stuff.
Load all of your stuff.
Well, now that I'm hearing about the park props and stuff, I think I need the car. I think I need it.
That is where I got my Kermit phone, and there's this picture of me laying on my bed with my Kermit phone.
Oh, the Kermit phone!
That was where I got one of my holy grails, my perfectly it's a mint condition, my Kermit phone.
Yeah, she loves her Kermit phone. This is so exciting. Wonderful. Anita, I am so excited to be a part of it this year and to attend. Now, for people that are listening, there are tickets available.
There are.
And they can buy them on your website.
Well, yes, we are sold out of early bird. However, I am taking a waiting list. You can email us. Please, with Facebook, don't put something in Facebook about that, because there's so many things going on. And then there's, people are instant messaging me, and then there's this business suite thing. And then there's, I get Instagram, and I'm just like, Twitter. And I'm like, okay, send me an email. Yes. Because I have 2 people that monitor that all the time and are on it. So it's Dayton Disneyana, one word, @gmail.com. So send an email. You can put it to my attention, or my favorite husband, Gary, oversees that. And so does Renee. So, they send me stuff immediately, and we'll take care of it. If you want on the waiting list, give us your name and how many early bird tickets you want, because things do happen. And if they become available, we do go to that waiting list.
Perfect.
So for a 1-day ticket, like I said, right now they're $10 on our website, DaytonDisneyana.org. Go in there, pay with your favorite credit card, and we will have your name. Just remember what name you put it under, please. If you're buying for multiple people, remember it's your name, and because that's what we go by. And just have your favorite ID with you. So with your name on it. And then we take care of all that right at registration.
That's
if you want a
perfect.
2-day ticket, it's $15. They will be going up after May 15th. I'm sorry. I wish we didn't have to, but they're just going to be going up a couple dollars.
I think it's more than reasonable.
Exactly.
I think it's more than reasonable. And I am going to make sure that in our show notes, we have your website. We have
Thank you.
all the links to your Facebook as well. And the other events that are going on. So the other event you mentioned in North Carolina, happy to put a link there, and to your charity. Because what a charity that is. Like, they do such great work. And it's so important to the kids that they're providing meals for them. It's an important charity.
For a lot of these kids, they would have lunch on Friday at school and not get another meal until Monday morning at breakfast. And
goodness.
That's the reality of it. And you know what? No child should go hungry. And in this country, your country, anywhere in the world. But, we can help here. And it's nice to see where the money goes directly. And it does. As being part of this organization personally, when you're handing out the food and you're seeing these people and, they're telling their stories and, they're just, it humbles you really, really fast. Really, it makes you appreciate everything that you have in life. Truly.
For sure.
And as Disney fans, we love kids. That's it. We're all big kids. And, to be able to help this organization is amazing. Just to see what they're able to do.
Yes, for sure. So we'll make sure to link to them in the show notes too. So anybody listening, you know that some of the money that from the event goes to this charity, but you can also donate separately if you'd like. And we'll make sure that we have that link as well, which is exciting.
We donated $8,000 to them last year. Sorry, that's my little dog Elsa, and she's crying because she would rather be doing something way more fun than listening to me.
Carrie, see how that happens? We've got dogs going. Your cats have been quiet this week.
Oh, yeah. Figaro did come in the room. He let himself in.
Yeah.
So all of our animals have to have Disney names, right?
You betcha.
Yep.
Anyway, we did donate $8,000 to Pirate Packs last year, and I was blown away by everyone's generosity last year.
It's amazing.
And just very thankful.
Yes. Oh, well, then let's get more people out to Dayton Disneyana this year.
Yes, let's
raise some more money and meet more the Disney community. It's so much fun to meet other Disney fans.
And find things that you didn't realize you had to own. I know.
Oh, I can't
Seriously.
wait. Oh, the shopping is going to be so much fun. Thank you so much, Anita, for sharing this with us. And I want to make sure, so we're going to cover it on the blog and on our Facebook page as well
when
we're there.
Great. And talk to you forever. Too much fun.
You're going to have to come back and do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, and of course we're going to get to see you soon.
Twist my arm.
But we don't let anybody leave the podcast without sharing something that brought them joy this week. It could be something small, it could be something big, whatever, something that brought you pixie dust this week and made you happy. Do you have something you'd like to share?
I just love that. I absolutely love that. And as I've been thinking, there's been so much this week that's really has been full of pixie dust. But I think the thing I have to say is my trainer, who's become a great friend. Like I said, I do all these crazy Disney races because I want the medals. So more Disney stuff down.
Yes.
But we've become great friends through the years, and her daughter made me a Peeps cake for Easter and surprised me with it. Brought it over on Easter, and I am a peep-aholic, let me tell you. So the peeps come out.
You know the little marshmallow peeps?
The little marshmallow
the
peeps?
candy?
Yes. Uh-huh. So she makes a beautiful cake with this icing that's all different colors and
wow.
And sprinkles and just And then she took the bunny peeps and put them all the way around this. And then a big peep right in the center, the little chicken peeps, little marshmallow things. Yeah. And so she made me cake. And I'll tell you what, oh my gosh, I think I smiled for hours after that.
That sounds awesome.
It does.
So
a cake is always good.
and
Pixie Dust.
Sweet. Well, yeah, but that was so sweet. So I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah, so that brought me a tremendous and still brings me this evening as I eat another piece. It will bring me a tremendous amount of joy.
That's awesome.
That is fantastic. That is awesome. Oh, yep. I'm so glad that we got to chat with you today and talk about Dayton Disneyana and get excited about it.
Thank you guys so much. I really, really appreciate you guys. And I can't wait to see you live and in person on June the 10th.
Yes.
Be ready.
Carrie, I'm so excited now. Like, I'm ready to go right now. And you know me in the drive. And
I'm excited that you're excited.
It's exciting.
I was already excited, but now I'm extra excited that you're excited.
I'm really excited, and the shopping and the people and getting to do all of it. It's going to be so much fun. So we've promised we're going to keep people posted. We'll be posting and letting everybody know live when the event's going on, but they should buy their tickets. Like if people are nearby or within a 6 or 7 hour drive.
If you're a Disney fan and you can get there and you're free, like it's so like
just
it's only a few bucks really to get in for the day. You don't have to go for the weekend. You could just come in on Saturday and browse and watch the sessions, watch the speakers.
It's going to be fun.
Cool.
All right, Carrie, it's that time of the podcast. It's time when we share our pixie dust. What brought you some joy this week, Carrie?
Well, and our one of our listeners and pals, Ashley, reminded me that I skipped pixie dust a couple of episodes ago, and then I'm in debt.
You are actually. That's
I'm
right.
In debt one pixie dust. So I'm going. She had said the secret is safe with her. She wasn't going to call me out on social media and remind everybody, but I like to pay my dues and my debt.
If I had remembered, I would have called you out.
So I've got 2 pixie dusts. My first pixie dust is that I finally got myself a new bed.
Yay!
And I've only slept in it a few nights, but it's lovely. And I can't believe I waited so long for a new bed. And I bought the same bed. I bought the same bed as you.
All the research and everybody, because lots of people wrote in and told me what bed to buy. So why not?
I walked in. I said I want this type of bed. They said it's over there, and then I tested it, and then I said, well, let's look at something that's a little bit less, a little bit more, whatever. So I think I tried a few more, and I was like, no, that's the one. So I got the same bed as you. So thank you very much.
Welcome.
So that's done. And I'll just get on to my second pixie dust then. So my second pixie dust was at work today. It was a bit of just a weird day. I didn't feel the greatest. It was a long day. You just want the day to get over. And maybe at 1 o'clock or so, somebody said, "Did you hear that there's a kitten at work today?"
Oh my gosh! Of course there was.
So, and if I'm the boss of anything, one day that's you gotta have a nap room at your work, and I think there needs to be
a cat room,
office pets of some sort,
and a puzzle room.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's in the lunchroom. That kind of goes together. Everywhere has got to have a lunchroom. Anyways, so my colleague, and if anybody of my colleagues are listening, maybe don't tell our boss. but one of my colleagues, they had a kitten that got fixed. This kitten got spayed just a day or two ago. And she's a really crazy wild kitten. So she didn't want to leave her at home all day at home by herself because she was afraid she was gonna jump all over the place, and she's not supposed to, right? She's supposed to be laying low, but this cat's a little feisty still. She's jumping all over the place, so she didn't know what to do. And because at work, the type of job she has, she couldn't she couldn't really not go to work, and because she couldn't get somebody to take her spot, because we do have the ability to work from home a little bit, right? But the scenario today did not allow her to stay home. So she was like, what the heck am I going to do? So she packed up a little litter box and packed up this kitten and locked this kitten like in one of our workrooms with her. And oh my goodness, this little kitten was the best. Like, want to talk about making someone's day change. Like, she was in a little, like, so now when you get your cats fixed, or if they have to get stitches or something, instead of putting the cone on them, which, like, cones of shame may work for dogs, they do not work for cats.
The cats don't feel the shame?
They give you, they give it to you. You spend your like $12 or $20 or whatever on the cone. Your cat wears it usually for like 5 seconds, and then you have to figure out a plan B. So I think they have like something like blow up donuts you can put around their head instead of a cone or whatever. But lately what I've been noticing they're doing is they put them in a little kitty onesie. So this little kitty was in a kitty onesie, and it was all covered in donuts. It was the cutest thing ever. And it just made my gosh. Day.
Oh my gosh, Carrie.
So that's my second pixie dust. I thought, well,
good for you.
Is it's today not the day to pay my debts, my pixie dust debts. So there we go. I'm up to snuff. I'm back in the
You're back in the good books. You're even Steven.
I'm not in the red anymore. I'm ready for next time.
Excellent.
So there.
Very good, Carrie. Very good. I'm impressed.
Friend, what is your pixie dust?
Well, my pixie dust happens to be something I bought. I bought some extra, don't even laugh at me. I bought
kittens? No.
Oh gosh, no. Accessories for my air fryer.
Oh, good grief.
I love my air fryer. I am so addicted to it now. I don't know the last time my oven was on. And, but it only comes with one little steel rack. And then like the little, like there's a plate one, but the air doesn't get through anyway. It's not good for chicken nuggets, FYI. So, the amount of times that I make frozen chicken nuggets, I was forever washing the steel thing. Anyway, you can buy, believe it or not, there are kits on Amazon that are like whole kits of like, there's a muffin, cake pan, blah, 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 all these things you can put in your air fryer. So I bought one.
The whole kit? The whole kit and caboodle?
The kit and caboodle, yeah. I can make muffins. I can make muffins.
Wow.
So it was pretty cool. So I love it. Yeah. So it's nice to have extra supplies, I guess. So when you haven't done the dishes or the dishwasher hasn't gone on or whatever, then yeah. So I'll put the link to those in the show notes.
I think we need to hold you accountable to make something in your air fryer other than chicken nuggets. So I want you to bake something in there.
I did grilled cheese, which was okay. But the problem was that the bread flew around. So the air fryer really is air circulating. So the top piece of the bread flew away. So yeah, that wasn't good. But, I made sausage rolls in my air fryer. I've made onion rings, French fries. What else have I made? I don't know. Anyway, but I could try to bake something. Yeah.
I think in mine, I think I've tried to cook like chicken in it. I cooked steaks in it once because I was like, what the heck? Like it says you can. I've made like deep fried tofu because I really like that when it's like done well. I'm trying to think of the other things, but I've been trying to do like when I have something and I'm like, oh, what should I do with this? Like, you know, I go, oh, maybe I should look in that air fryer book and see what it says.
See, we're addicted to our air fryers.
But it does make some mean French fries, really. Like, I don't like making French fries in the oven anyways, because you got to lay them out on the pan and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's, you know.
Yeah, it's too much. I like these. I love this air fryer. My only regret is that I didn't buy a bigger one, to be honest.
You need the double one like me. Maybe it's time to upgrade. Well, now you got your kit.
I only got it a couple days. And I got my kit. Like, my kit won't fit in the double one. Anyway, maybe I'll sell it. Here we go again. Anyway, Carrie. Fun episode. Really excited for Dayton Disneyana. And yeah, I can't wait. We could talk for hours about the air fryer. We got to cut it off, Carrie.
We're done.
See you next week. Thanks for listening to the Pixie Dust Fan podcast. We hope you enjoyed the episode.
Make sure you're following us on your favorite podcast player so you'll get a new episode every week. And find us on social media too. We'd love to hear from you.
Till next time, remember, you are never too old to be young. Chase your dreams and design your own happily ever after.